Imagine waking up in your 70s or 80s, looking around your house, and remembering exactly where everything is, names, faces, appointments, without struggling or feeling embarrassed. Most people think memory loss is just age. But new research is showing something very different. What you put on your plate can literally change how your brain ages. Now, picture this. While some people are forgetting simple words mid-sentence, others are reading, learning, and planning their lives with a clear and sharp mind. The difference is not only in their genes, it's in their daily food choices. In today's video, you are going to discover 3 specific foods that help protect your neurons, reduce brain inflammation, and support a stronger memory. These are not exotic pills or expensive supplements. They are simple, real foods you can start eating today. And here's the most surprising part: most people eat these foods in the wrong way or at the wrong time of day, and end up losing a big part of their benefits. So I'm not only going to tell you what to eat, but also how to eat these 3 foods to really nourish your brain. Stay with me until the end, because the third food is often ignored, but many neurologists consider it a kind of natural brain fuel for memory and mood. If you are over 40, or you have a family history of Alzheimer's, stroke, or dementia, this video is especially important for you. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's walk together like a doctor would explain to a patient in the office, step by step, in a calm and clear way. By the end, you'll know exactly how to build a simple brain protective diet using only 3 powerful foods. Let's start with the first one, a small fruit with a deep color that works like a natural shield for your neurons. Food 1, blueberries, the purple shield for your neurons. Blueberries and other dark berries are often called brain berries for a reason. Their intense purple-blue color comes from compounds called anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help protect brain cells from damage caused by free radicals. Think of free radicals as little sparks of damage, and anthocyanins as the firefighters that keep your neurons safe. Inside your brain, you have billions of neurons communicating with each other all the time. When there is too much oxidative stress and inflammation, these connections become weaker, and memory starts to fail. Blueberries help to reduce this oxidative stress, creating a calmer environment for your brain to function. Studies have shown that regular consumption of berries can support better learning, focus, and memory over time. This doesn't happen in one day. It's a slow, protective process, like making deposits into a brain savings account every time you eat them. The more consistent you are, the more you support long-term brain health. Another interesting point is blood flow. Your brain needs a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients, delivered through your blood vessels. Blueberries help improve endothelial function, which is how well your blood vessels relax and expand. Better vessel function means better blood flow, which means a better nourished brain. So, how should you eat blueberries to get these benefits? The best way is fresh or frozen, without adding sugar. You can sprinkle them on top of oats, mix them in a smoothie, or eat a small handful as a snack. If you don't have blueberries, other berries like blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries also offer similar protective compounds. For brain health, you don't need a huge quantity. Around 1/2 to 1 cup per day is already a powerful dose for most adults. The key is consistency. A little bit, almost every day, is better than a lot once in a while. Try to eat them in the morning or early afternoon, when your brain is more active and using more energy. If you are diabetic or watching your blood sugar, berries are a great choice because they have fiber and a lower glycemic impact compared to many other fruits. They satisfy the desire for something sweet, but with much more protection for your brain. This is one of the reasons many doctors and nutritionists consider berries essential in a brain protective diet. We started with blueberries because they work like a shield. Next, we'll move to a food that doesn't just protect, it actually feeds your brain structure, and it even looks like a brain when you open it. Food 2, walnuts, the brain-shaped nut that feeds your mind. If you cut a walnut in half and look closely, it looks like a tiny brain with 2 hemispheres. That's a fun visual, but there's also a real scientific side to it. Walnuts are one of the best plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, which your body can partially convert into EPA and DHA, both important for brain function. Your brain is made largely of fat, and it needs the right type of fat to stay flexible and responsive. Walnuts also provide vitamin E, another antioxidant that helps protect brain tissue from oxidative stress. Low levels of vitamin E have been associated in some studies with faster cognitive decline, especially in older adults. So, when you eat walnuts, you are giving your brain a combination of good fats and antioxidant protection. Another important benefit of walnuts is their impact on inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the silent enemies of the brain. The healthy fats and polyphenol in walnuts help reduce this inflammation, helping preserve memory and mental clarity over time. Walnuts also contain minerals like magnesium and copper, which participate in many reactions inside your brain cells, including those related to mood and energy. Magnesium, in particular, is often called a relaxing mineral. When your nervous system is calmer, your brain can process information more clearly. How should you consume walnuts to support brain health? A simple and effective dose is around a small handful per day, usually 4 to 7 walnut halves, depending on your calorie needs. The best way is to eat them raw or lightly toasted, without sugar or heavy salt. You can add them to oatmeal, sprinkle them on salads, or mix them with berries in a small bowl. Be careful with quantity if you are trying to lose weight. Walnuts are dense in calories, but very satisfying. Eat slowly, chew well, and allow your brain time to receive the signal of fullness. This mindful eating not only helps your weight but also improves your relationship with food overall. If you are allergic to nuts, of course, walnuts are not an option. In that case, you can talk to a health professional about other sources of omega-3 and brain-healthy fats that fit your condition. Never force a food that your body clearly rejects. Brain health also means respecting your own limits. When you unite berries and walnuts, you already have a mini brain protective combo that supports neurons, blood flow, and inflammation control. But there is still one more food, and it is one of the richest natural sources of the exact type of fat your brain craves to build and repair itself. Food 3, fatty fish, the omega-3 engine for memory. Now we arrive at the food that many neurologists and cardiologists agree is central to brain health: fatty fish rich in omega-3s, such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring. These fish are some of the best natural sources of DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, a type of omega-3 fat that is literally built into your brain cells. DHA is a major structural component of the brain and retina. When your diet is rich in DHA, your brain cell membranes stay flexible and fluid, which is essential for efficient communication between neurons. When those membranes become rigid due to lack of omega-3 and excess of unhealthy fats, signals don't pass as well, and memory and mood can suffer. Several observational studies have found that people who eat fatty fish regularly tend to have better cognitive performance and a lower risk of cognitive decline with aging. Of course, fish alone doesn't solve everything, but it functions like a key piece in the brain health puzzle. Omega-3s from fatty fish also help reduce triglycerides and systemic inflammation, both of which impact the health of your blood vessels. Remember, a healthy brain depends on healthy circulation. If blood vessels are stiff or narrowed, it's harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach brain tissue. How much fish do you need? Many guidelines suggest that eating fatty fish around 2 times per week is a good target for most adults. A portion is usually considered about the size of the palm of your hand, not including the fingers. Aim for grilled, baked, or steamed preparations, avoiding deep frying and heavy sauces. If you don't eat fish, it's important to talk with your doctor or a qualified nutritionist. There may be plant-based or algae-based options for omega-3 supplements, especially those rich in DHA, which can support brain health. Never start supplements on your own in high doses without professional guidance, especially if you take blood-thinning medication. When you combine fatty fish plus walnuts plus berries, you are feeding your brain with antioxidants, protective fats, and improved blood flow all at once. This is very similar to what many experts call a Mediterranean-style or mind-style diet for brain health, rich in plants, healthy fats, and low in ultra-processed foods. The surprise for many people is this: you don't need a complicated diet with 30 different exotic ingredients. With just 3 consistent foods, berries, walnuts, and fatty fish, you can already build a strong foundation for a clearer mind and a more resilient memory. Let's put everything together now. A brain-healthy diet is not magic, but it is powerful. When you eat berries regularly, you help protect your neurons from oxidative damage and improve blood flow. When you eat walnuts, you give your brain structure the right fats and antioxidants to stay strong. And when you include fatty fish in your week, you provide the exact omega-3s that form the hardware of your brain cells. Over time, these choices can mean the difference between a brain that feels tired, foggy, and slow, and a brain that stays active, curious, and connected to the people you love. This is not only about living longer. It's about living better, remembering names, conversations, and moments that really matter. Of course, food is only one part of the picture. Good sleep, physical activity, stress management, and staying mentally active are also crucial for brain health. But food is something you can change today, in your next meal, without waiting for anyone's permission. So here's my invitation for you: choose at least one of these foods to add to your day, starting now. Maybe tomorrow morning you start with a bowl of oats, blueberries, and a few walnuts. Maybe this week you plan a simple baked salmon for lunch or dinner. If this video helped you understand your brain and memory in a clearer way, I want to ask you a favor from the heart. Click the like button, because it shows YouTube that this kind of educational content matters. Subscribe to the Healthy Fruits channel, so you don't miss the next videos about natural foods and how they can transform your life. And activate the notification bell, so every time we post a new video, you receive it first and can continue taking care of your health with knowledge. Thank you for watching until the end. Take care of your brain, because it is the house of your memories, your dreams, and your identity. I'll see you in the next video, with more foods that heal and protect your body from the inside out.